Hello, Michelle.
Hello, Joe. How are you doing?
I'm doing incredibly well with all this food. I'm hungry. I'm getting ready to tailgate. How can I not be doing well?
That sounds like a happy way to spend some time.
Yeah, I'm
Now,
telling
Joe,
you.
where are you originally from?
Originally from New Orleans, where I used to have a cooking school, and I now live in Fort Worth, Texas.
Oh, that was going to be my next question. So you live in Texas now.
So So it's hi, y'all, and howdy.
Now, here's the loaded question. What are some of your favorite teams?
My favorite teams are wherever I am. And I really mean that, because that when people come out to the game, they've taken that, and it's such an incredible thing to be with 70,000 people all cheering for the same thing. So I have jerseys actually from every team, and when I travel, I'm always for the home team.
That sounds like a good way to make friends.
It's a lot easier to get food that way, too.
Now, tell me about your culinary background, please.
Culinary background, being a New Orleanian, I always ate a lot. I was a pig, and still am. I had a cooking school, the New Orleans School of Cooking, that I started in 1980, and sold that. And when I sold it, I wanted to go around and see what people in New Orleans were doing, than what other people were doing. Because people who came to New Orleans, it was only a 3-hour school. It was taught the basics of Louisiana cooking, gumbo, jambalaya, bread pudding, and pralines. But people say, Joe, you ought to travel to my city. We've got some incredible fill in the blank. And so I thought tailgating was a great way to see the country through food.
Well, what are some of your favorite tips for tailgating if you're to have a tailgate party?
Well, my favorite two tips are, number one, keep it simple. Have a checklist, but keep it simple. Remember, it is a reception, not a banquet. We're not serving something for the queen with all the silverware and everything placed the same thing. This is going to be small bites. It's going to be easy to eat, and people can graze as they walk around.
What are some recipes or easy food items that people should always have?
Well, I think that you should always have an alternative. You should always have maybe some health bars. You should always have some fresh fruit. You should always have simple thing. Instead of a whole burger, a slider. Instead of serving a whole hot dog, cut it in thirds so you can put different condiments on it, so there are a lot of different tastes.
And where can people learn more about you, Joe?
Well, dissolveyourheartburn.com. People can go to dissolveyourheartburn.com, learn more about the food, more about me, and just get maybe a nice photo of me.
Well, now tell me, what is Home Team Heartburn?
One more time, sorry?
What is Home Team Heartburn?
Well, when we talk about the Home Team Heartburn, here's what happened. Everybody who has ever gone to a tailgate and eaten way too much, which is whether it's peppers, whether it's jalapeno wrapped bacon, that Perrigo, the makers of Omeprazole, ODT, commissioned a study of all of the NFL teams, and they weighted it, food and the field, and came up with the rankings of the cities of the NFL.
Well, which were the worst ones for you?
Well, the worst had to deal with Buffalo, maybe because of the chicken wings and hot sauce. And number two, well, we had Buffalo, then we had Cleveland. And that was basically just because they didn't win a lot, tell you the truth. And then Dallas, because people ate so much brisket that they kept on saying, "Pardon, come and try some of this chili." So those were the top 3 teams that ranked with most frequent heartburn.
Well, what can people do to alleviate their heartburn?
Well, to alleviate the heartburn, the simplest thing is, number one, eat less food. Remember, it's 4 quarters to a game. Make sure you get to the 4th quarter. It's not your last meal. You don't have to eat everything. In fact, you should bring little containers to-go boxes for people who wanted to-go boxes. I always suggest a first aid kit for tailgaters that you have a first aid kit, not only bandages for burns, for grilling, everything else you do, but first aid for the body. There's a new store brand, Omeprazole ODT, which is an orally dissolving treatment for frequent heartburns with Meltec that you not only treat, so you treat the heartburn inside, and just think of that hydration, 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 and you got to remember, beer is not a hydrator. Always have a designated driver, and always for tailgaters, have a designated griller.
It's a good idea. Now, where can people learn more information?
For more information, dissolveyourheartburn.com. Dissolveyourheartburn.com. You'll see the rankings and everything else that you want to know, or we're afraid to ask.
Now, is there anything else you'd like to add?
This is a season. Be safe. Have a great time. Don't think of this as that you got to try new recipes out for the first time. Just have a great time. Be safe. Clean up your mess.
Well, thank you very much for these tips, Joe. I hope you have a great football season.
Same to you, even if it's in the house watching a game.
That works too. Thank you.